Welcome to McQueen's Body Shop, where we give you safe and effective workouts that you can do anywhere.
Welcome, ladies. So today we're going to do a strength-based workout. Really great total body workout here. So you're going to need your mat, of course, and also a variety of weights. So for heavier, I have some 20 pounds here. Mary has some 15 pounds that she will use. And then we have medium, lighter weights, so anywhere from 5 to 10 pounds. We have some 8 pounds here too. So whatever works best for you, meet you where you're at. And let's go ahead and get started. So we're just going to begin with a side lunge. I'm trying not to.
Stagger. All right. This is a workout you can do in the small spaces. This is what our whole point is, right? Or part of it is. So we're
That's the only point. So sit your booty back every time you come down into that side lunge. Back is flat, chest is lifted. I find it helps to look forward. Let's go for 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Hands are behind the head, and we're just gonna do a nice little deadlift here. So legs are straight with a slight bend in the knee. Back is flat. This is like a deadlift, a good morning as these are called, I guess, but it's like a deadlift without the weight. So you're gonna squeeze those glutes to come up each time.
Sorry, I feel like my body's right in your face.
We're staggered. We're staggered.
Oh, good. Don't want to bump your chin with the butt.
Exhale to come up. Let's go 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. Nice work. Okay, let's just do some, pull the arm across the body here, across the chest, and release. Move to the other side. Arm is straight. Should get a nice shoulder stretch here with this one. Let's do last one here. And my favorite, we're gonna throw a ball down in front of us, an imaginary ball, of course.
I'm just imagining one of us throwing a ball at you, at the camera. Ah.
No, 2 more. Last one. Let's take it into some hamstring stretches here. So just point that toe towards the sky. Chest is lifted, back is flat. If you've done our workouts before, this should look very familiar to you. We do it quite a lot. And let's do a figure 4 stretch. Always got to have the figure 4 stretch in here.
Just do this the rest of the time, right? No.
And if you want a more comprehensive warm-up, we have some other videos on our channel for this purpose, so you can also just do this warm-up again. But strength training, you know, it's like, yeah, you want to get a little warm and then we can go right into it. All right, so having your weights nearby, we are going to do a set of exercises. They're going to be 45 seconds each. And so we have a transition in between each one where I will kind of explain to you a little bit what the next one will be, and then we'll get right into it. Let me get my timer. Low battery, of course. Okay. Now have your heavy set of weights nearby, 10s or 20s, and we're going to go into a side lunge here in 3, 2, and 1. Time has started. So you can see, you know, we did this in the warm-up. So same thing, same basic motion, but we're adding in the weight. My 20 pound, I'm just gonna do the 1 here so you can see a different option where we're not supposed to be alternating.
oh, just one side. My bad.
Just one side.
One side. Whoopsie daisies.
So pick a side. We're gonna do the other side, so don't worry. I'll give us a little more time on now to add to the clock so that we get a full 45 seconds.
Sorry, it's my fault. It's my fault.
You can make this more challenging by kind of, you know, kicking up the knee as you come back to center. I mean, Mary just really messes everything up.
I almost just fell. Oh, sorry,
we're almost
everyone.
There.
Sorry. I'm gonna keep it together.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a second to transition. If you're doing the 1 weight like me, you can switch hands. Ooh, the storm is coming in over here. And here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Same thing, just other side.
The other side. I get it. It is written out for me too. I just had a brain relapse of sorts.
Yeah, this way we're gonna kind of, exhaust that one side as much as we can. And if you're using the one weight like I am, you can do heavier, 25 pounds maybe, 30 if you're a little crazy.
I'm just gonna show a side view just to make sure you guys are seeing that my back is straight and I'm pressing my hips back so my knee isn't coming over my toe.
Thank you, Mary.
Oh, sure.
5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Take a second here. Drop one of your weights. Keep one with you. We're gonna be doing a goblet squat. So you can do this a few different ways, but the way I like is you're kind of in a plie squat, or it's really more of a sumo squat. And you're gonna come down nice and low, very deep squat, and back up. You can also, to make it more challenging, hold it up here at your chest. All right, time has started. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna take it here because I'm pretty sore today from past workouts. So now, side view here. You are keeping a flat back.
Flap. Keep it going, everybody. This might just be in our blooper reel.
A flat back.
Flap back. Anyway.
You know what I'm trying to say.
God, everybody. Why are you laughing at us?
Make sure those knees are not going over the toes. 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Now, keep the weight. Lots of weight. We're gonna go into a one-armed row. So if you get into kind of a lunge position here, I like to support myself by having my hand kind of on my thigh, and then you're bringing it up into a row. So with a row, you're bending the elbow, and you're keeping your, and we're going here, time is going.
Phew.
Don't worry. And you're keeping your arm sort of tucked in towards your side here. Exhale every time you pull up, and that will help give you some power.
Get a little work on that front glute as well.
Yes, absolutely. And being kind of, leaning over, I feel a little bit of work in my back as well. I don't know about you, but keep it up.
Sorry, me personally, yes. I thought that was a rhetorical question.
It could be. All right, 3, 2, and 1. We're just gonna switch sides now. So quick transition here. And let's go in 3, 2, and 1. Just same thing, other side. Try to keep that chest, essentially square with the floor in front of you. You don't want to be twisting out to the side just to get yourself to lift the weight. If you're doing that, then you need to go to a lighter weight, okay? Just gazing out straight ahead of you here, keeping yourself in that lunge. Exhale to bring that weight up.
Still laughing about your flak bat. Sorry. It's hard for me to get over things, I guess.
We're almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, do we drop the weight? Yes. Now let's go to our lighter set of weights. I'm going to start with my 10 and see how I feel. What we're going to do is, both. You need both. Thank you, Mary. You're going to come into a bent elbow across the body and then side lat lift, okay? And then alternate.
Okay, yeah. This is an alternating one.
Here we go. Time has started. Okay, now here we go. We are synchronized. So arm is essentially straight when you're coming out to the side, slight bend in the elbow. And then you want to bend it across the body.
I like how you need to tell them how you explained it to me. I was like, wait, what is it again?
Now don't forget it's righty-roo. All righty-roo.
All righty-roo.
That's how, it's a good way of remembering. Mary never forgot it.
And I'm like, oh, now I know how to do it. I bet it helps you too. Righty-roo. But then I have to tilt my head with it.
Oh.
Which you shouldn't do.
Yes.
Stand up nice and tall.
And the righty-roo I think I got from Ross from Friends. Oh, righty-roo. Just a, you know, 90s white girl reference for you. And I think we're almost done here. Let me check my time.
Oh.
We're definitely done. Stop.
Oh, wow. Cool.
All right, next we're gonna, you know, go back to your heavier set of weights here. 20 pounds is a little much, but let's give it a try. We're gonna do a deadlift with our weights to an overhead press, okay? So, if Mary could just show that together. So deadlift like we did for our warm-up, and then overhead press. And you know what?
Oh my God.
I'm gonna lower my weights.
Please be careful. You at home as well, okay?
And I'm gonna...
You wanna challenge yourself, but don't hurt yourself.
Time is going. Yeah, and we're, you know, we do exercises on a regular basis here, so this is not our first exercise of the day. So we're doing what we have to, I'll show a front view.
If you really think about this, you guys, okay, you inhale here, you load to explode. So a little faster on the up, you can use, just between you and me, a little tiny bit of momentum, but without thrusting the hips forward to do that.
Right, that's, I feel like, a big mistake people make with you know, putting power behind, you know, as they do this, where they come down, and then,
yeah,
you know, where it's like, well,
don't do that.
That's not right.
Very bad for your body. That's like a huge overextension, which releases your abdominals and can actually cause a diastasis.
And we're done.
Oh, yeah.
Now, last exercise, we are going to get into a plank with alternating rows, okay? So Mary's gonna show you here. Legs are wide to help keep you balanced and stable. So you can see,
You started our time, right?
yeah. Yeah, now it's started. So time is going. Now, if this is too much, you can do these on your knees. You can also do them, let's see, what would be like can you do this elevated, Mary?
I would just do it, honestly, bent over row, because with this bend over, you're still getting some core work in that. It's just not as much pressure as if you had your legs straight like in a plank.
Thank you. That's very helpful.
Sure thing.
And yes, you can see, you know, bringing the weight back and forth, her hips are barely tilting at all when she does that. That's really good form. So you want to focus on that, sucking in those abdominal muscles, and that's really going to help stabilize those hips, okay? Coming to the knees, of course, if you start to feel yourself disengaging in that area, come to the knees, come to standing, because you're going to injure yourself. You're actually going to counteract the work you're doing in the abdominal region. And you're done. Stop talking.
I was hoping. I just stopped.
All right, take a breath. We're just going to go through that whole thing one more time. So you should be a little familiar. Your body also will have the muscle memory of what we just did. So starting first with that side lunge with the weight, okay? One side. Ooh, here we go. Time is starting right now. So you've got your weight. I'm gonna grab my 20-pound here. Now again, this should feel familiar since we did it before. Might be able to pick up the pace a little bit. You really want to exhaust this one side here. So being sure to sit those hip bones back as you come down into that side lunge. Toes are pointing forward, knee is tracking over the toes, but not beyond the toes. Back is flat. We're almost there. I'll give you a tiny break to transition. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Second side starts now. Might as well get it over with, right?
Yeah, I think so, you know? Just boom, boom, boom. for your little balance option, it helps me a lot if you're doing that. Squeeze the standing glutes. So squeeze is going to help give that little support.
Yes, absolutely. It's easy to kind of lose focus mentally when exercising, but if you really bring your mind to the present and to a specific muscle, it can help, especially with balance.
Mindfulness and exercise, you know?
3 more seconds, 2 and 1. Preparing now for that sumo squat. And here we go, time has started. Again, I'm gonna do it down here because I'm feeling pretty fatigued right now. Chest is lifted. Gaze is forward. Really squeeze those glutes to lift.
Ooh.
That's how you know you're going low enough.
Yeah.
If your weight hits the ground, mine just did. Exhale as you lift.
Now make sure, especially if you're in this position with your arms down, that the weight's not pulling your shoulders forward. So I just hit my pubic bone with the weight. I hope y'all didn't see that.
I hope you didn't feel that.
I did feel it. I am fine.
2 and 1.
Anyways.
Quick break to transition. We're back to our one-armed row in that lunge. In that lunge. Okay. Here we go. Time has started. Again, exhaling. A strong exhale, I find, helps really lift here. Ooh, I'm starting to get very fatigued. Whew. You keep it up, Mary, and you at home. I'm just gonna rest for a second here. And keep moving through. You can always go to a lower weight if that's gonna help you get through this exercise in full. Again, keeping that chest tracking forward towards the ground. 2 and 1. Nice work. Here we go, switching sides, and time has started. I don't know if you guys can hear it at home, but there's some very weird noises happening on our end.
Children excited for the weekend.
Yeah.
Turkeys.
Oh yeah, we have lots of wild turkeys here. I don't know if anyone else has that problem. But, whew. Keep it up. You guys keep going. 15 more seconds. I have to keep an eye on the time, so.
My glutes are hurting just as much as my rhomboids here, I will say.
Oh yeah, this is a great full body workout. And we're done. Take a break.
Oh.
Get ready to transition. So now, going to our lighter set of weights, whatever those may be. We're doing the righty roux and the side lift.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Time has started. Now in this side lift, make sure you're not lifting above the shoulders, okay? Because that can cause injury.
I really like this unilateral move, like these exercises too, because you should feel when you're lifting up one side with a weight, that other side has to kick in to stabilize. You can feel that a little bit more when you're just going one side at a time. And also in our daily lives, we don't tend to be that even with things. Like we're carrying, two grocery bags on one shoulder and nothing in the other, but it's really good to train unilaterally. Unilaterally. Like this.
Keep it up, we're almost there, ladies. Let me check our time. Oh, we're there. Set those weights down. Going back to our heaviers. I'm gonna stick with my 10 pounds though, because again, I'm starting to feel it here. So we are doing the deadlift with the overhead press. Time has started. So coming down into that nice flat back, legs slightly bent, just enough so that you're not locking. And using that breath effectively, you can, increase your weight here. So that really helps.
Definitely don't hold your breath. Breathe throughout.
Almost there. 2 and 1. Last thing, drop those weights. No, actually keep them. We're going into our plank with the row alternating, okay?
And just a quick note, you guys, the reason I just do 1 is because these weights, it hurts my hands to hold, but you could certainly just go, pretend like I'm holding a weight, but I just kind of go in between, so just to let you know that.
And our time has started. Final push here, you guys, and then we're just gonna do a little quick cool down and you can be on your merry way. So yeah, really focusing here. What I love about this workout is you can feel it in almost every part of your body. It really is a full body workout.
And you ended it with my favorite exercise. That was sarcasm.
Yeah, when I told Mary what we were doing, she audibly groaned.
This was so hard for me. But I'm trying to be positive.
You're almost there. Just 5 more seconds. Okay. See?
Come on.
You didn't even realize. 2 and 1. All that negative talking really took up a lot of time.
I was positive. I said it was my favorite. Did you notice?
All right, well done, ladies. Everyone at home, come into a child's pose since you might already be on your mat. And just start to let the breath come down. And now once you're here and you feel settled, bring your arms over to one side of the body. And this way you get a nice little side stretch. You can see what Mary's doing here. So she's her hands are to the right side of her mat. This is one of my favorites.
I like this one too.
Come back to center. Take it on over to the other side. And back to center. Now coming into all fours, take a few cat and cows. So exhale, arching the back forward, and inhale, looking up at the sky. Take a few more of those at your own pace. So whatever your breath is doing, follow that rhythm. Inhaling to look up, and exhale, tucking the tailbone under. Let's do 1 more of each. Inhale up, and exhale. Now you're going to tuck the toes under and come into downward dog here. And now settle here for a second. Feel free to pedal the feet like so, left and right, to really, loosen up. But then if you can, then settle into that one central stretch of those hamstrings and calves. Downward dog is a really great, it's considered a rest pose if you're an active yogi, but I think it's pretty hard if you're doing it correctly. So now feel free to walk your hands slowly back to your feet. Hang out here a second. Grab your elbows in your hands and just kind of sway back and forth here the way Mary's doing. I'm doing this a weird standing version of everything over here. So don't do what I'm doing, do what Mary's doing.
Hugging yourself.
And then release and slowly come on up 1 vertebrae at a time. Head is last. Let's do a few head circles. These are all my favorites. So drop the head forward and circle in one direction. Once you come back to the front, reverse the direction. Now don't force this because you can hurt your neck, so just use the gentle weight of your head as a way of stretching. Come to center. Now inhale the arms up overhead. And exhale, bend the elbows, spread the fingers like you're scraping a wall behind you. Let's do 1 more of those. Inhale up. And exhale, open the chest, spread the fingers. All right, well done. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you next time.